Okay, so our next speakers are Sara, Romanik, and Carol Penny, who are going to be speaking about intergenerational kindermusik.
Good morning. We are so grateful for this opportunity to share some stories with you today. I'm Carol Penny, retired Director of Education for Kindermusik International, and I'm with Sara Romanik, Activities and Program Specialist for Senior Services in Winston-Salem. A unique partnership between Kindermusik and Senior Services has allowed us to witness weekly an experience where love, joy, and respect permeate the room when toddlers and seniors engage together. This is my husband, Carl, who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2012, though the disease began long before then. He remained at home for 5 more years and attended the Elizabeth and Tab Williams Adult Day Center, serving seniors with dementia several days a week. Being at home afforded opportunities for playtime with Carl and grandson Joey. It became evident that there was an intersection where the developing brain and the declining brain meet with similar interests and capabilities. Oops. We have a short little video. There we go. For the last 35 years, I've studied brain development in children birth through 7 years with my work with Kindermusik. Several decades ago, brain imaging proved what we music educators long suspected. Music and movement activates all parts of the young brain. This slide shows increased brain activity of a senior after 20 minutes of exercise. Imagine what it might look like if we added music, socialization, and children. An opportunity was beckoning. So we started offering Kindermusik classes with toddlers and their grown-up, a parent, a grandparent, a nanny, at the Williams Center. Before classes started, my main message to the adults attending class with their children is, don't force interaction. Let it happen on its own, when or even if. It took 10 minutes. A mere 10 minutes into the first class with the seniors, little Dean had climbed onto Mr. Don's lap. Later that year, 3-year-old Jack attended class. I issued the same precaution to his parent. Let him get involved at his own pace. Jack started off just watching, then got engaged shaking those hard-to-resist instruments. And by the end of the very first class, all on his own, he walked up and started hugging each one of the seniors. Like, wow. Through our year of weekly classes, unplanned and beautiful interactions continued to blow us away. This toddler is Libby, and her parents sent me this picture expressing appreciation for what she called one of the best experiences any of her 3 children had ever had. The senior on the left is Sandra, who was in a very advanced stage of Alzheimer's. Normally, her mumblings were barely audible or understandable. But this day, her caregiver attested to her very quietly singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star with the class. The center staff was overjoyed. And if you look closely at that picture, Sandra and Libby are having eye contact as Libby hands Sandra a scarf. There's only one explanation for pure moments like these. These are hearts talking. Now that'll give you goosebumps.
Our population at the Williams Adult Day Center is very dynamic, as the stages of disease and the needs of the caregivers are always changing. So we are constantly bringing different participants into our class. One morning, I asked Vincent, this huge teddy bear of a man, if he would like to join us. He didn't jump right up, but eventually he agreed to come with me. And now every Tuesday, because he only attends on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he tells me that he will be there on Thursday and asks if I can save him a spot with the little ones. Recently, he missed an entire week, and when I welcomed him back and told him that we had missed him, he spontaneously said, "I am so sorry I let those children down. I didn't want to miss them, but I didn't have any way to get there." And I cry every time I say this because it gives me such goosebumps. This intergenerational programming allows our adults with dementia to become the teachers of the children. It gives them purpose and provides a level of contribution and self-esteem that this disease seems to rob from them. Not only do the seniors model the activities for the children, they take ownership and responsibility to set that room up for class, moving the chairs and preparing the needed instruments. We all share the common goal of helping the children learn and have fun, and that has a ripple effect. As that senior's self-esteem rises and they feel purposeful, they exhibit joy and energy, and this brings greater joy and energy to us, the center staff. And then when the senior goes home, their joy and energy is observable and passed on to their caregiver. There are so many layers of benefits. The children love the activities, and they love to pass out the instruments, props, and stickers to all the seniors. The parents love the opportunity to engage with their children as well as with the seniors. And of course, the seniors love watching and interacting with the children. The center staff is overjoyed to see so many of the seniors much more animated on the days they participate in Kindermusik. We never could have dreamed when we started this or expected how fast the children, parents, and seniors would all fall in love with each other and develop strong, lasting relationships that continue to deepen each week. After all, we only get together for less than an hour once a week. This love was clearly demonstrated when Helen, one of our seniors, passed away. Laura, who attended with her son Sara, felt so close to Helen that she attended her memorial service. Now realize that they had only just met a few months earlier. Although the scheduling doesn't allow Laura and Sara to come to class anymore, Laura will still stop by with her son just to visit and spend time with the seniors. That gives me goosebumps also. When Carol shared this picture of Helen with Helen's husband during her own support group, his eyes welled up, seeing her so engaged while she interacted with Sara. This is Helen with her husband, Earl. She was normally expressionless and non-communicative, but during Kindermusik time, she became animated, smiling, reaching out to the children, and joining in the music-filled playtime. She would shake the egg shakers and pull a scarf over her head. One afternoon, after Kindermusik, I observed Helen having a very short conversation with the group of participants sitting at the table playing cards. I had not ever heard her speak before, and she clearly said 2 sentences that were appropriate to the conversation at the table. Earl also observed a vast difference in Helen's cognitive understanding and joy factor and communication at home on those Kindermusik days. It was on one of these days that he and Helen had been watching a documentary on poetry together. Showing unusual cognitive awareness, she stood up and retrieved a book from the bookcase about one of the poets that was mentioned in the show. Earl was shocked, and the goosebumps are spreading. So we certainly believe that all these stories provide anecdotal proof that this intergenerational Kindermusik experience provides multiple benefits to the children, parents, and staff, as well as to the senior participants and their caregivers. We are very excited to announce that the Wake Forest Gerontology Department will begin a research study to quantitatively assess the positive outcomes that we see each and every week. Here's a short video of our Kindermusik experience, where memories, joy, love, respect, and hearts are talking.
A lot of memories, when I was a kid, playing games and things.
And for the kids,
We've actually built some great relationships one-on-one with several of the call them grandfriends.
Laura Meller's son, whose grandparents don't live nearby, well, they are creating memories and changing lives.
I've seen seniors that were completely nonverbal start talking to the kids, and there's been some really special moments in here. And unfortunately, the lady in particular has passed away since then, but to see her blossom before she did was amazing.
Blossoming the lives of so many.
You ready for stickers?
Let me tell you, it keeps you alive. It keeps you going, moving about. Because when you reach 90 years old, you need that.
No matter the age.